This is TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Ukmade, and this is Africa Now. The transitional president of Mali, Colonel Assimi Goïta, in a televised address on the eve of the first anniversary of the military coup which toppled former President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, celebrates the military coup that led to his ascension of power. He explains that what happened on August 18th was a culmination of the collapse of the state on 22 March should have been followed by a patriotic upsurge. Instead, it led to a process, one of the major consequences of which was the decay of governance. The National Army could not remain in a state of inaction. It therefore took its responsibility and intervened to make the people's wish for change a reality, he adds. Outgoing Zambian President Edgar Lungu on Wednesday says he won't file a petition to challenge the election results of last week's elections because it would be a sheer waste of time. Lungu, who had earlier described the election as not being free and fair, lost by more than 1 million votes to Hakainde Hichilema, who will be inaugurated next Tuesday following the August 12 presidential elections. He says party members who felt like petitioning the parliamentary or mayoral election results could go ahead. A former president candidate and opponent of Central African Republic, President fled the country despite a travel ban slapped on him by the authorities. Abdul Karim Mekasoa was removed recently as a member of the National Assembly after being accused of belonging to a rebel group keen on ousting President Faustin Archange to Odera. Makosa is thought to have fled the capital Bangui on Sunday night, crossing the Ubangi River into Democratic Republic of Congo and later into the Brazzaville, the Democratic Republic of Congo's capital. He is also being charged with complicity in armed robbery, criminal conspiracy and threatening state security. And to security matters, a joint operation by Somali army and local forces in the central regions has killed 25 Al-Shabaab fighters, majorly at Aad village in Mudug region, the Somali government says. According to a statement from the Ministry of Information, this comes after fighting on Tuesday and Wednesday, which also saw the demise of 5 Galmudug state combatants allied to the federal government. On Monday, the Somali government stated that in operations over the last month, it had killed 275 jihadist militants. Dozens of people in a military convoy escorting civilians were killed in northern Burkina Faso on Wednesday by suspected jihadists. It is the latest in a spate of attacks across West Africa's Sahel region this month. The Burkinabe government says that the 47 people include 30 civilians, 14 soldiers and 3 pro-government militiamen. This attack is the third in a series that has left more than a dozen dead in 2 weeks against soldiers engaged in the anti-jihadist struggle in the north and northwest of Burkina Faso. President Roch Kabore has ordered 3 days of mourning. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching Africa Now. We move to business after the break. So stay tuned.
There are certain moments in the day when I need my me time to just unwind and indulge.
What is this?
The Cadbury goodness is in every pack of Cadbury 3-in-1 hot chocolate, making you feel cheerful and pleasant.
Now available in 30 grams and 450 grams.
Welcome back. In business, South Africa's Johannesburg Stock Exchange failed to open equity market trading as usual at 9 a.m. local time on Wednesday, as record-high trading volumes the previous day snapped its systems, the company says. The JSE said its trading volumes toppled 154 billion rand on Tuesday, which many traders and investors said was one of the highest recorded on the exchange. Criticizing the outage, Wayne McCurry, portfolio manager at FNB, called the incident embarrassing, especially as it was not the first time such would happen, while Greg Davies, a trader, says the delay in trading at Africa's biggest stock exchange will have knock-on effects on the futures market and investors would consider moving to alternative stock markets in the country. And away from business to COVID-19 update. Health activists in South Africa have slammed Johnson & Johnson for exporting vaccines produced in the country to countries in Europe, which have already immunized large numbers of their people and have even donated vaccines to more needy countries. Those J&J vaccines were exported from South Africa, where they had been assembled despite the pressing need for vaccine across Africa, where less than 3% of the continent's 1.3 billion people have been fully vaccinated. The South African activists on Tuesday called for a full disclosure of their South African government contracts with Johnson & Johnson and other vaccine manufacturers. They threatened legal action to get the information. Now, the ongoing nationwide curfew in Kenya has been extended by President Uhuru Kenyatta for a further 60 days, citing escalation of COVID-19 infections. In a statement on Wednesday, the head of state further lifted the differentiated curfew hours and specific restrictions for the previously identified 13 COVID-19 hotspot zones. The counties will now observe the nationwide curfew prescriptions of 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. President Kenyatta urges Kenyans to strictly follow the COVID-19 containment protocols and get vaccinated following a spike of infection and deaths. Now, Morocco has been accused by Algeria of being involved in the deadly fires that ravaged the north of the country, according to a statement from the Algerian presidency. The decision to review its relations with Morocco was taken during an extraordinary meeting of the Algerian High Security Council, devoted to the assessment of the situation after the huge forest fires that have killed at least 90 people in the north of the country. Algeria and its most populous neighbor, Morocco, had had bad relations for decades. Flash flooding, kills at least 7 people in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa after torrential rains, and that others were receiving treatment in hospitals, official says. Houses and cars were submerged by waters after the downpour, which pelted several neighborhoods of Addis Ababa on Tuesday, causing chaos. Mayor Adenich Abibi says support will be provided to those affected by the floods. And that is Africa Now. For more updates, to visit our website at www.costvnetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. To stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Ukmade. Thanks for watching.